Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video we're going to be making a gorgeous fall leaf door hanger. This is a maple leaf grapevine that I got from Michael's. I just love it. It's so cute and different. This is going to be a really simple and easy design to make because we want to keep it nice and simple and really let this grapevine shine. So let's get into the materials you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to need the grapevine and then some hot glue gun. We're going to need this ribbon I got from Michael's. You might recognize a lot of these things from my fall Michael's haul. I will link that in the description, as well as a materials list for this wreath. Yay! So because we're using ribbon, we're also going to need some good sharp scissors. And then I have these aspen leaves from Michael's. There's this beige one and the burnt orange one. I've already taken some pieces off. That's why we're only going to need to use about a third of one of these bushes. So you can actually make 3 of these designs with 1 roll of the ribbon and 1 stem of each. I'm also using these little pampas grass things. This is from a garland from Hobby Lobby. I have a whole tutorial on how to make a wreath using garland, and I'm using these in that wreath. I will link that below as well. But these are such a great way to add interest with hardly any cost, because this is just a few pieces of garland. And then I'm also going to be using these acorns I got from Hobby Lobby, but you can find the pampas grass and some other acorns at Michael's too if you don't have a Hobby Lobby. All right, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make a bow, and this is going to be a really simple bow, very much like my classic bow except a little bit smaller, and I have a whole tutorial linked in the description for free to make a bow if you want to learn my classic bow, but this is basically the same. So I'm just going to take a little bit, because it's going to be small, because we don't want to cover up too much of this gorgeous grapevine. We want to keep this really simple. So I'm taking this is going to be the length of the tail, and I'm just making 1 loop, and I'm holding this in my fingers, and look how small this loop is, and I'm just eyeballing it. I don't think you really need to have any fancy bow makers or anything like that. I like to keep things very simple. And I've looped it back around and I twist it, and I'm making these loops the same size because I'm only going to do 2 loops on each side. You don't have to twist it, but I'm used to, because if there is only a pattern on one side of the ribbon, you want to twist it so the pattern stays on the outside. This ribbon is very high quality. I love it, and the pattern is on both sides, but I'm twisting it anyway. It really does help make the loops get a little bit fluffier. So we have 2 loops on each side. Just eyeball them, make sure they look the same size, and then here in the middle I'm making another twist, and then I just loop it around my thumb to make a little bit of a middle loop that's a little smaller than the other ones. And I would recommend cutting your wire before you make this. I'm using floral wire for this instead of a pipe cleaner. And I'm going to use my left hand because I don't want to let go of my bow. I'm using floral wire so we can easily stick it into this grapevine. A lot of times when I make a design like this, I will use a little square of floral foam that I've cut and fit to size. And I have done that in a tutorial here on YouTube before with that Easter cross wreath, if you want to check that out. But for this wreath, since there's enough grapevine that we can stick our stems into, and we're going to keep it pretty simple, we are just going to use the grapevine itself to glue things in, which makes this a really easy project. So I'm putting my wire around the center, and then I twist it nice and tight. Isn't this adorable? If your loops aren't perfectly the same size, just adjust them. You can pull them out a little bit. All right, now I'm going to cut the ribbon at an angle, just like this. You can always adjust those tails later, but this is what I'm going to use. So cute. All right, so you can either use this so it will hang like this, or upside down. So I'm going to make this wreath so that this hangs upside down, so I'll have the bow here and some greenery on the outside, and it'll be almost like a swag. And I like doing that because I want to see the stem. All right, so we're not actually going to put our bow in first, but we're just going to see how it looks right there. All right. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take a few of these leaves. I've already cut mine, but you'll just cut them right here for the longer pieces, and then some you'll have a smaller piece and another long piece. So I've already cut mine, and you will do the same for the beige. So those are the things I'm gonna add in first. So keeping our bow in mind where we're gonna place it, I wanna have the materials going more out, flowing out from the middle here so we can see the shape of the leaf, of the grapevine leaf. So first of all, make sure you have the correct side facing up. I almost had the wires. These are the wires that form it on the front. You want those on the back. Can you see the wire? It kind of blends in with the grapevine. You want those on the back. So this is actually how it goes. And I'm actually going to stick this up into the grapevine up here a little bit, and then bend it out. And then I will do the same for this other side. Stick it up into the grapevine, bend it out. Then we'll have a little bit hanging underneath on this side. And if a leaf comes off, you just dab a little bit of glue into that hole and put it on that nub where it fell off. I am loving this color combo right now. It's very trendy for fall. We just did a trends report in my VIP group, and this color was one we talked about quite a bit. I'm just gonna move this up here because there's an empty nub. I call them nubs. What do you call them? And we just stick that, oops, right on the hole there. So since I have the longer one of the burnt orange on this side, I'm going to put the longer of the cream on this side because I'm only using 3 pieces. This is a pretty inexpensive door hanger, which is nice, but it looks so cute. So cute. And we can always bring our bow back for reference. We want to make sure everything is looking good. I like this orange color with these burnt orange leaves. It looks so cute. I tried some bright orange with it, but it didn't look as good. So I like that burnt orange. So pretty. Looking good so far. And now we're going to add in our little pampas grass. We really just need a couple of these. I have a third one just in case, but I'll probably just use 2. Just make sure the glue gets good contact with the grapevine. This glue will hold up very, very well in all weather. Now, just for some added texture, you could leave it as is if you want, but I thought these little acorns were so cute. I love it. Just gonna add a couple of those in there. This would be a great wreath to make if you were just trying to use up a few leftover scraps, and by wreath I mean door hanger. But if you were just trying to use up some scraps that you had from other projects but you didn't have enough to make a wreath, making something like this would just be a great way to use up those extra materials. All right, I'm gonna add in the bow now, and then we'll see if we need to add anything else. So make sure your ribbon tails are facing forward. And then I am just going to stick these wires. Can you see the wires, maybe? There's the wires. is so cute. Okay, I'm just moving my bow around a little bit, tweaking things and all that. Fluff up your bow loops. Just gonna add a little bit more leaves just to have it stick out right here. But these are not gonna go all the way in. This is actually just going on the grapevine, like one of these parts. And then I think one more over here. This is so cute. What do you think? It's hard to tell. I'll show you outside after this is over because you can kind of just see my floral wall behind it. And you can just hang it right from this thing right here. And the back doesn't look too bad either because we stuck our stems into the grapevine. I can cut these off. There's a couple sticking out. But other than that, it looks pretty good from the back too. Gonna add a little bit more glue just in case. And like I said, I will have a list of all the materials and one link for you if you want to make this yourself. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and like this video and hit that notification bell so you're notified each time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.